It was about really, I think, for both teams trying to play and find that little bit of quality in the final third, or certainly play in the opponent's half. Yeah.
You had to defend quite a lot of the last 15 minutes, particularly, didn't you?
We did, yeah. Well, that was the only little bit I was a little bit disappointed with, is that we tried to rush the ball up a little bit in them final 15 minutes. When sometimes if there was one more pass, we might have been a bit more convincing on the counter attack.
We okay with the penalty? There's an incident just before it that happened.
Yeah, on two counts really. I mean, my centre half's taken one in the face, but okay, he may not have seen that, but really, he's if you look at it, he's got his hands up, but he's not touched him, and it's a really poor decision from our point of view. We're disappointed with that, but football can be cruel sometimes.
Russell, do you think you might have answered a few critics with that performance today in terms of the character shown by the players? They all sort of couldn't fold that today.
No, you're right. The attitude I thought was first class from the start, and I think arguably we were the better side first half and created a couple of good openings. But yeah, from our desire, our character, our togetherness, and as you say, we were under a lot of pressure in the last 10 or 15 minutes. The home team was coming at us, but we stood firm, so I was pleased with that.
How big a challenge has it been since you came to Cardiff in terms of reshaping the squad and trying to sort of fashion a winning team?
Yeah, a massive task. As you're probably aware, there was something like 38 players, about 23 under 21s, so there was no even passageway for our young talented players, which is what we're trying to forge. As you said, there was in the 20-man squad today, there was 3 or 4 of those as well. So it has been tough, and at the same time we've lost 11 players, I think, in total in the window. Was 11, wasn't it? And we brought 6 in, so you're still trying to get that modicum of success on the pitch while we're going through a period of transition. And I know people don't want to hear about transition and stability, but it is the way it is. It's a fact. That's what we're going through.
Sounds like the owner and chief executive have been very supportive of you, which obviously helps, doesn't it?
Because they are absolutely aware of what we're trying to do. You know, we don't go on and get in a situation whereby, you know, in 9 months' time we can't. We've got sanctions against us, and the fair play kicks in, and we're in trouble. We can't get into that sort of situation. So, you know, we're trying to deal with that now.
A lot of interest in Owen Doyle. Made his debut today for you, local lad.
Yeah.
How do you think he did?
Oh, look, what you know is a given. His determination, his enthusiasm to keep going. He'd be the first to admit he's probably not got the cleanest touch in the world, and his hold-up play's not always fantastic, but his desire to get into the right areas is there. And to be fair, he had a great chance, didn't he, in the first period, where he's got himself in that sort of position. He's lost the centre half, he's got between them, and on another day, we would expect him to finish those, because that's what he's been doing all season.
Is that the thing that stands out, that can push you on now the next few weeks, is that desire, because the energy level seemed up at least, you know, and it was a determination not to throw it away at the end, you know, despite the pressure. Yeah,
you're right, Chris. That's what we feel. We were just saying that I was really pleased that they stayed in that when the home team were obviously throwing the kitchen sink at us, and if we could have just had a little bit more element of control in those final stages, in other words, that next pass, rather than rushing that next pass and giving it away, turning the ball over too rapidly, which is what we did, and put the pressure straight back on ourselves. If we could have done that a little bit better, then we may have got a little bit more joy, I think, in those closing stages, despite Sheffield on top.
Do you think you're through the worst of it now?
There's still a lot of work to do, Chris. Obviously, as I say, it's a transition, but as you saw, the attitude of the players was one of wanting to achieve something and turn it round, and it has been difficult, not picking up points, but I say it can't rain forever. I said, didn't I? You know, so we've got something to build on today.
And it's important you do build on it, isn't it? You know,
yeah.
There's no point just patting yourself.
No, totally not.
It's a big game on Tuesday.
Yeah, another game. The games are coming thick and fast, so you know. we need to push ourselves down and be ready to go again on Tuesday.
Russell, you've had so much experience and success in the Football League. Does all that sort of really sort of help you for this challenge at Cardiff? Because there always seems to be something happening in that club, doesn't there?
Yeah. No, it's a good question. Like, I mean, if I'd have only done 200 games, I think I wouldn't have been able to handle it. The fact I've done maybe 670 or whatever it might be now, I think that has helped me enormously in terms of working at the football club, and it's a big football club with big traditions, and I think it needs a little bit of experience to turn things around, particularly in the situation we're in. As I say, changing the squad around and everything else. It's a new staff. There's a lot of changes. But it'll be. I tell you what, it will be rewarding to come out the other side. It really will be rewarding if we can come out the other side.
And crucially, above all else, you need time, don't you?
Of course you do. I mean, as I said, people don't want to talk about transition, but it's exactly what we're going through. And as a football manager, I've been there before, and it takes a little bit. It does take time to get it right, to get your new players settled in, and the changing room to settle down and to move forward together. Because we've got some good individuals, but that's no good unless we've got a collective togetherness and a will to do it for each other and trust each other. And I thought the signs were positive at times today.
There was a lot more energy in today's performance, wasn't there? I think from the past few weeks. When you've gone behind, certainly you might have looked a little flat. What was the difference today? Do you think the players were more up for it?
No, I just think our message before the game was we have to stop the trend that's happened, because when we've conceded one goal, we've very often gone and conceded a second goal, which has made it very difficult for us. Today we're on the front foot, we go and get ourselves the first goal. So I think that helps, getting the first goal. For sure, because it gave us something to build on out there. So let's hope that even in adversity that we can still put in that type of performance if we go one down.
What was their thinking behind putting Conor McElhaney straight into the side today?
He's only done 2 training days, but I've been really impressed with him. He's very clever. His feet are very good. I mean, he played a big part in getting us that first goal. He got us up the pitch and got the ball down to Scotty Malone, who did very well for the cross, and a good finish by Kenwyn. So he's just very clever, very quick feet, moves his feet very quickly, and to play either in behind one striker or in behind 2 strikers, I think suits him. But he is flexible. He can play on the left, he can play on the right. So, I think he'll get better and better.
Does this feel like your team now? Because a lot of I think 5 of the team today you've brought in.
Starting to. Yeah, it's starting to. I want my team to play with that energy, and obviously, you need the personnel, you need the athleticism, play with power, pace, and energy. These are the 3 ingredients I felt were missing going into Cardiff, but I think we're starting to get that now.
Any injury concerns after the game?
Yeah, Peltier, Chris. It was his hip flexor. That's why he came off. It was a little bit sore at half time, but we dragged him off because we didn't want to, it to develop into something, because I thought he was terrific again today.